Hello hockey fans. Well, I haven't done a video all weekend because I was getting my motorcycle license. Yes, I did the smart thing and took a course, although I've been riding a scooter for the last 7-8 years. Motorcycle is a whole different ballpark and I really needed to do that. So, huge changes this week. The biggest one of all, and I'm so disappointed, is the Washington Capitals. They have jumped from 11th place to 3rd place, a jump of 8 spots. Having said that, Winnipeg dropped 6th. They're out of the playoffs. But Washington is back into it, and Ovechkin is amongst the scoring leaders. Whatever systems they finally put together for these guys, it's finally working, and they have a team. Everybody else pretty well stayed the same. A few teams went up one position. The Senators dropped one, which now means they'll be playing the Washington Capitals, and actually I would enjoy watching that. That'd be fun to see. From all the videos that I've done before, Ovechkin usually disappears during the playoffs, and so we'll see what happens this year. Maybe he'll get his act together. And now for the Western Conference. Oh yes, one more thing here before we get started. The Western Conference, I've now included a column with games remaining. So it'll give you an idea of what's happening. That'll drop substantially. There's only 2 weeks of hockey left, so things are going to change fast. In the Western Conference, I guess the biggest surprise is Minnesota Wild have dropped 3 spots, -3. Their record's still at 6-4-0. They've just won their last game. It's still impressive, and they're probably going to make the playoffs. I can't see them dropping out altogether. Although I have to say the Anaheim Ducks have struggled mightily. I thought Chicago was having a hard time, but they started winning again. But Anaheim, 4-5-1 in their last 10 games, and they've won their last game. So they've dropped. They haven't dropped out of the standings at all. They're still in 2nd place and still way ahead of anybody catching up to them, but it's just that lately they're not winning as much as they were. The Phoenix Coyotes jumped up 4 spots to be in 9th. Still a lot of talk out there about all of a sudden there's a lot of interest in buying the team. This is like Bettman spinning and spinning for 4 years now. Nobody wants to buy and lose $25 million a year. That's the bottom line, Gary. Your team loses $25 to $30 million a year. Nobody wants to buy into that market. Columbus Blue Jackets, they were doing so well. They dropped 4 spots. I mean, they were right there, and they just fell off. Like, they were in the playoffs in 8th place last week. They're now down to 12. They've lost their last 2 games, but it's more than that. And other than that, that's it. Nobody else has moved very much. Everybody else is pretty well where they were. Until next week.